Hilton up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 42-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A quick throw. It's Arcega-Whiteside. The 20. A gain of 32 that time.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 10-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Right back to Cotter here on 1st. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Roethlisberger now complete to Switzer. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
All right, now. Flex 80. Flex 59. It's been a long day for you. Flex.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Sit there! Like 20! 58, come on! Let's get off the field, D. Let's go! Hey, 58 is a much.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 7-7, our score after 1. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down, Eagles.
This is Jackson on the quick throw from Wentz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run there.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And that's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Roethlisberger going to get this one to counter, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable.
And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Eagles. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Now, that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Roethlisberger now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. complete. He gets this one to Washington. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Set! 180! Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Got an open man, it's Washington. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
53's mine. Hey, echo. Hey, keep it up.
Ben to throw again. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On first down, Connor. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
At the 16-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
I got one. Check the backer.
Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Nick Vanette there to make the grab. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Wins to throw on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. From the gun, it's Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on 1st down, Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Sanders. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Switzer. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer